What is going on, everybody? This is Nick here at Y for Turbo, and we are in NHL 16. Be a GM mode with our Edmonton Oilers that we're doing well. We kind of started off a little negatively. Like the beginning of the season was pretty bad, but we made it to the playoffs. We were third in our division. We had a strong division, a decently strong division. But overall, like, it seems like a lot of the teams are coming into their own in this fourth year here. So first things first, I wanted to say that we had a comment asking about the points for the entire NHL, and I wasn't sure if that was players or teams, so I will show both. We'll go in teams first, and we'll just show the overall everything here for the regular season. So Philly is up at number one. We traded Talbot to Philly for one of their picks last year, and we haven't looked back really. He did drop back down to like an 85, 84, so I think we got the better end of that deal with that first round, third round pick, and something else. And yeah, but they had a really good year this year. They have an amazing top end with offense, with everything. I mean, they're a good overall team. Predators, I haven't looked into too much, but they're doing pretty well. Caps, Maple Leafs actually doing really well. I guess they got Mitch Marner going. Yeah, so here is this is kind of, you kind of have to yeah. What am I I'm trying to find. Do we have to go actually lower to find us? Oh man, we do. Oh, I was so confused. I was like, are we on this? Like, did we make the playoffs? But yeah, we totally did. But look how far down we have to go. 92 points, not too bad, but we had a really strong NHL this year. So yeah, sorry for that confusion. It sucks that these guys kind of got sucker punched out of a spot, but San Jose and us kind of jumped into that slot, and wow, 19th in the NHL for points. I think we're a better team than 19th. I think we just got off to a bad start, especially with our acquisition of tourists. So that'll be totally fine. So let's go over to the player stats and see those for not just us, for the entire league. Because I think there were a lot of really good performers this year, and a lot of those younger guys are coming up, you know, like, okay, so check this out. Giroux, 101 points, totally led his team, plus 54, only took 6 penalty minutes the entire year, 42 goals, 59 assists. That's unreal. That's awesome. So Giroux is an unbelievable player. He's got a great first line with him, very similar to our first line. Stammer up there, Voracek up there. So Philly with 2 players in the top 3, unreal. Then we've got Crosby, who's no surprise, 97 overall. Johansson doing really well at a 96 there in Nashville. Sagan also kind of no surprise. Kane, no surprise. Somebody asked me to try to get Michael DeCole. I think that's his name. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna give this up. He's got more points than Johnny T. So look at that shooting category. Unbelievable. What a sniper. He's not a playmaker, he's a sniper. That's unreal. But yeah, I don't think that'd be too realistic, and I don't think they'd give him up. No, you know, it would, you know, it'd be worth a try, but imagine him on a line with, oh man, him on a line with McDavid and maybe put Hall on the other side. Unreal. You could put anybody on. You could put John Scott on the other side. I mean, I don't know. Like, you put John Scott on any line, you're gonna win championships. But Kucherov's doing pretty well. And 88. That's a lower overall for this many points. Johnny T there at 96 overall. So they have a 95 and a 96 on the Isles. Unreal. Drouin, Ben, a lot of high 90s. Here's Ovechkin. He was a 50 goal man. Maybe he got the Rocket this year. Okay, and then there's McDavid. So we get down finally to McDavid, 76. He had kind of a disappointing year in the realm of all these other guys who got a ton of points, but it's a team game. I'm not worried about it, and he's already a franchise player. It's not even a problem. Look at Pominville. Pominville, 76 points. That, you know, if Pominville didn't have the same amount of points as McDavid, I'd feel a little better about it. Now I'm kind of feeling kind of lame about it. And there's Marner there, so that's the Maple Leafs elite contender. Eichel doing well too. So, and then you get down here. All right, cool. Okay, so I hope I satisfied your need there to see those. And I already went ahead and off camera did the player meeting. You know, Time again, as always, was the only one who cared about it. And yeah, so we're gonna get right into the playoffs here. I don't think I'm gonna do anything with lines real quick. I'm gonna look at the calendar real quick, because we're kind of like we were kind of coming into our own with these lines, and we're winning a good amount of games. Nobody's complained about ice time. So if we start getting complaints about ice time, somebody said Turris might drop off if we don't play him on the second line. I agree, but we're giving him minutes elsewhere. We're putting him on the first line power play, and we're putting him on the penalty kill. We're giving him other times. Like I said in the last episode, we've got to just put him other places. I mean, this team is so flush with talent on the front end that we have to make sacrifices some places. And if that means taking McDavid and putting him on the second line power play just so that Turris will be able to get his minutes, I don't mind that. And we won games with that. So if we lose 1 or 2 games here against the Sharks, I'll shuffle the lines. But right now, nobody's complaining. If they do, I'm not saying that they won't. I'm just saying if they do, then we'll make the decision. But like, we're winning games, and I understand the whole Turris situation, but we only have him for the playoffs, and then we're probably going to get rid of him. So it's just a rental. It's one of those things. If he drops, he drops. But at this point, he's not dropping. He's not complaining. Let's just go into the first game. So I'm going to go in and actually look at the lines here. Edit lines and strats. And we'll see what we're up against here, because they had a little bit of a better year than us. So they have Hoodler. I almost forgot about this. Hoodler, I think, went there last year. I'm not sure, but I remember seeing him on their lineup before and being like, oh, they have Hoodler. Hurdle, it looks like he might cap off around 89, 90. I haven't seen him go too much higher. I've seen him 92 in one GM mode, but other times I've seen him like just cap off at like an 87. So who knows? Either way, he's a good player. You look at his shooting category. He is a sniper, so he's got a good shooting category. He's got decent poise, good offensive awareness, really good defensive awareness for a sniper, and he's fast. So that's a good center there that took the place of Thornton probably like two or 3 years ago whenever he retired in this game. Pavelski, he's a center, but he's a winger on their team now. Good player. I mean, like probably like one of the best type of players that I like, the two-way style forwards, you know. Yeah, so this first line's solid. It's not as good as ours, but it's solid. Going to the second line, this is where I think we'll be able to take over a little bit. Now, Couture, totally great second liner, maybe even a first liner. He is ranked as a first liner. Good, let's go back to this. Good defensive awareness for a playmaker, and a notable offensive guy. He's got decent defensive stats, and great shooting. I mean, he's a decent all-around player. I definitely like him on the team, you know what I mean? But then they drop off with Vanek and Goldobin, which is a prospect, which is cool. But yeah, 82 and an 83. They might have. I don't think they have injuries. Oh yeah, I have to turn injuries on too. So yeah, that's where we're at in that regard. So I think the second line, we could move Turris up to the second line, because it could be our saving grace. You know what I mean? It could be our secret weapon. But then again, look at the third line here, 83, 82, and then an 85. It looks a little similar to our old third line, but now we have an 88 on that line. And yeah, Wingles, you know, he's a two-way guy. He's got the aggressiveness and stuff like that. He's not going to... I mean, I'm sure he'll sneak in some goals and stuff like that. But I think we'll be able to shut this third line down pretty easily. What's Tierney looking like? Okay, a decent two-way forward. And then... so 3 two-way forwards here. Nieto. He's a good player, but it doesn't look like he's kind of come into what he can truly be. So maybe next year for him. And then fourth line, Udreau as a power forward. They have a playmaker on the fourth line who looks really high. Whoa. And then they have Troy Brouwer, who is killing it in the playoffs. like right now for the Blues. So a little bit of a grinder, playmaker, power forward line. Interesting. Now let's see this. Oh, look at this. Burns and Roy. Who's this Roy guy? Or is it Wah? Where's he from? He's from Canada, so I'm going to say Wah. 96 defensive awareness, guys. It's going to be tough. Okay. They've got us covered on this end. 89 and a 90 for defensive awareness for their respective 90 overall. I'm going to look at his stats again just to see. Shooting category is pretty good. Really good for a defender, that is. Skating, he's very fast. Got... This is a good prospect. Where did they find this guy? Second round in 2000. Okay, so it was before this. Like, they didn't draft him in this game. It was like a real life person. Look at their second line: Vlasic and Reinhart. Reinhart, we know doesn't really produce. I know that's for the playoffs, but yeah. How many years does he have? You have 3 years. Jesus, $6 million, and he doesn't produce. People were saying Day might be that mirror image of Reinhart, and that scares me a lot considering we picked him up pretty early in that first round. And then their top 6, Mueller and Braun, that's pretty decent, but their defensive awareness scares me. So let's go ahead and look at their goalies. I think I saw them before. Yeah, Reimer and Jones. So I think we can score some points against this team. My biggest fear is their defense for sure, and they have Luke Shen and Dylan scratched, so they have some defensive depth scratched. But other than that, I think we've got them covered, and we're not going to make any line changes currently. We're just going to try to see what we can do with these, because I kind of already did explain that. But let's just get into it. We can simulate this first game, and just do it. So first period. Okay, they get one. Hoodler gets a quick one on the first line in the first 2 minutes, in the first almost 1 minute. So he's right there at the top of the slot. That's not something that we can always let go. We gotta crack down defensively. Look, if Sean Day, if you're gonna play top 4 minutes and you're not gonna score, at least shut him down. So I don't think we need to hear anything else. We just got to come back, maybe get a couple goals. But let's come back, and we're getting outshot 5-12. So please, guys, come on. So second period, they get one right back. Goldman on that second line, wasn't it? The prospect, the top 6 forward. So we're gonna go third period, real time simulation here. Just gonna jump right into it. We can come back from this. We've come back from worse before in the third period. We scored like what, 3 or 4 goals before. Okay, big penalty kill here. We get a shorty. McDavid gets a shorty on Reimer. Okay, we're one away, and we go right onto the power play. We don't capitalize. We can get one. We can get a quick one. Come on. Last 3 minutes. We got to get this quick one. They sink the dagger into the Edmonton Oilers' chest in Game 1 with an empty netter. Let's check out the 3 stars. Reimer, Goldman, and Pavelski. Pavelski had a lot of assists in that game. So we're going to try to forget that one. We knew that this was going to be a defensive battle. Our defenders have to crack down. Offensively, we didn't really get after it. And this is one of those things where it's like, okay, do I shuffle the lines up to get more offense going? You know what I mean? Oh, Sean Day was happy about that. Maybe he'll start producing. So let's look at the lines real quick. I know it was just one game, but it's one of those things where do we want to move Patan back down to center and put Turris up on the wing? With that defensive awareness, that shooting category up here, everybody would be right-handed, though. That would kind of suck. Well, okay, we'll go one more game and then we'll try it. If it doesn't work after this game, these lines, we'll try it. But I'm really hesitant to go in and, just shift things up when it was running so smooth for us in the regular season once we acquired Turris. So first period here in San Jose. 1-1. Okay, Brian Little breaks through and Mueller breaks through on Mrazek. That one's no good, that Mueller one. Might have been a, might have hit one of our guys, taking a weird bounce or something. It was a point shot, so, whatever. But we are getting outshot once again by double the amount of shots. So we really have got to crack down defensively on those shots, because if they don't get shots, they don't score. You know what I mean? And they're not getting they're getting a good amount of shots, but they're not getting the amount of goals you would expect from the amount of shots, because they have 14-7. That means they probably had it in our zone way more than we had it in their zone, and double the time at least. You know what I mean? So at least they're not scoring as much. We are cracking down a little bit. I believe in this team. I believe in Mrazek. Let's jump to the third period from the second period. Okay, we kind of came back in shots, but we did not score. It's still 1-1. So we are going to go ahead and simulate the third period. I think the biggest thing is get a quick one and go on the defense. Just kind of play a two-way game. Don't worry too much. We don't have to struggle for a goal. We don't have to take risks. We have to just play very even defensively and, hard-nosed, honestly, because if we get, I didn't turn injuries on. I'll turn them on after this game. I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah, so let's go into this. I was going to say maybe injure one of their 90s, but we can't because they're off for some reason. They're turned all the way down. All right, here we go. We're on the power play immediately. We got to capitalize. We don't. That was that quick goal. I think it just... and they get the quick one. Mueller has 2 in this game. All right, I don't know what else to say. I feel like I've said it. We got to capitalize on these power plays. Okay, we got to shift the lines around. We're not capitalizing on power plays. We're not capitalizing in general. And we sink to 0-2 on the series. Let's see the 3 stars. Let's shift the lines around. Let's turn the injuries on. So Mrazek had a good game, but Reimer was better, and Mueller had those 2 goals. Unreal. Unreal. Okay. First things first, let's get those injuries on. Let's get those injuries on. Are they, it says they're completely off now. Oh, man. What's it in? Gameplay settings? General? Injury occurrence? Yeah, so they're on. Okay, cool. I think I did turn them on after that, terrible start to the season with, a million injuries. Okay, here we go. So let's go ahead and move Turris up to the second line. I think this can spark some scoring here, even though it's all righties. I won't change him to left wing just yet. Well, maybe for this game I will. I'll go change him to left wing. And why is Day not... Okay, maybe this was a problem too. Day, you're up here in the top 4. Sorry about that, dude. What the heck? Did I accidentally not save or something? WiiU actually has a pretty good shooting category. It's better than Day's. So I'm going to keep him on this power play. And we're going to put McDavid on the first line. And we'll put, we'll put Eberle on the first line too. So this old, this will be a good, Edmonton Oilers line. Then down here we have the second line. And then we'll put, on the 4-man power play, we do have Day. So I'll separate Nurse and Clendenny, because look at Nurse right now. 87 overall. Wow, look at his shooting category. Really good for wrist shot. Good defensive awareness. So hopefully he can break through. Penalty kill. I guess we took Turris off it before. But yeah, we haven't been letting in too many power play shots, so that's fine. Let me just make sure that Mrazek is in the net for sure, because I hate when they screw me on that. He is in the net. Get up to 87, buddy. Come on, buddy boy. All right. We've made the line shifts that some of you guys wanted. Now we just need to capitalize on it. We need to... I don't think this team's better than us. Yeah, they have a better defensive core, I feel like, in some ways. But I think that we are better than them. I think we can win this game. I think we can... We just got to take it one game at a time. That's the biggest thing. So let's go ahead and simulate this first period. Well, I'm not even going to say anything. First period, they get 2 right away. So same guy, Chartier. Oh, man. I don't know what to say. We're out shooting them now, and they're outscoring us. I don't know if maybe having that third line with... I didn't change him to a winger. I'm so flustered. I don't know what to do. Let's just go to the second period, because we just got to get some goals. We just have to get offense. Second period. Okay, no offense from us, but at least we don't let them get any more. And let's go ahead and just simulate through. Oh, man. Real-time simulation here. They are getting shots right away. Okay, we're coming back a little bit in the shots. All right, nothing going on. We got to get some of it. We got to kill this penalty. Okay, that was good. They get another. We're taking too many penalties, guys. Okay, but we get a shorty by Perron on the penalty. Please, guys, please. Hoodler. They've got enough talent just to squeak by. They've got just enough. Oh, man. I don't know what to do, guys. I do not know what to do. Oh, it was that guy that looks high. Chatier. Reimer. Goudreau. Man, and we're facing elimination. We are facing elimination after 3 games in the first round as former Stanley Cup champs just from last year. Just from last year. Okay, Turris is happy now. Anybody in the AHL want to talk? AHL's having a good year, so I guess we'll have prospects. Come on, guys. Okay, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Let's get back in the mindset. Let's get out of this downer mindset. Let's get back into the good. Whoa, it says Eberle's hurt. Why are you hurt, Eberle? Will it say? Being injured. Uh-oh. That's no good. I don't want him to get further injured. What should I do? Can Rupert take faceoffs? He can. Should I move Eberle down to the 3rd line? Potentially. Just to get him a little bit less minutes so he doesn't get hurt. Uh-oh. That's... I don't know if I want to do that. I think I want to move Patan back up and then Turris here. But maybe do this. Because Eberle is on the power play on the first line now. So I just don't want him to get injured in this game because it says he's injured, but it's like a minor injury. But if it gets aggravated in this game because of all the minutes he plays, it'll be like Clendening was last year, where he just like kept getting injured and he was down at like an 84 all year. Okay, we'll try. This sucks because this is like an elimination game and I have to do this. But I don't want him playing 4th line minutes. I don't want him scratched, but I don't want him playing 2nd or 1st line minutes with an injury. So this might actually spark some offense too, because who knows? Maybe all these guys can work together. Okay, this is a big risk, but I do not want. Oh wait, it said in the manage roster page. Injured players, Eberle, pending evaluation. All right. Okay, I guess. Shoot, guys, this is gonna suck. We haven't injured any of their guys, I don't think. Okay, positive thoughts. We can come back. We got to just win 1 game now. This is it. We just got to win 1 game. So first period, they get a quick one. Tierney. Oh man. Oh man. They have 6 shots. We have 10. Come on, guys. We're doing exactly what we need to do. Why are we losing these games? You know what I mean? I know our team isn't as good probably as it was last year. There was a little more growth, but you know, we don't have Datsuk this year. We don't have Marleau this year. We kind of picked up players that were almost as good as them in you know, in different facets of the game. That's the problem. Like Little is different than Marleau or Datsuk in his game. And Turris is different. He's a little more similar to both of them in skill, but he's definitely a different player. So, oh my gosh, guys, we can do this. Second period. Okay. Perron on the 2nd line, Little on the 2nd line, Dano on the 4th line. Pavelski gets a quick one, or a late one. And we are back in this series. So let's just shut down the 3rd period, maybe get a dagger. Holy crap. Okay. Woo, there's that offense. Okay, maybe this little move has sparked something, but I'd like to see maybe Eberle getting a goal on the 3rd line. That'd be pretty cool. So 3rd period, real-time sim, here we go. I press play. There we are. All right, we're out shooting them pretty heavily now. They did come back. They're coming back like with 2 shots at a time now, so that's no good. We get one. Rupert on the 3rd line. Hopefully Eberle set him up for that. Maybe even Turris. Oh, man, I think we got it. We got that dagger in already. Even if they get one quick one here, I think we're good. Okay, they got one, but we get the empty netter, and it is ice. Lindholm gets the empty net when Vanek tries to fight back for his team. And cool. Okay, we do not get swept. We avoid the sweep, and we come back in convincing fashion. Would have liked to allow less goals, but I understand that they have a good offensive team. Excuse me, but Brian Little, Rupert, and Lindholm, 3 stars. I was just looking at the assists. So Little probably got an assist on one of them. I don't know. Who knows? I was trying to see line-wise. Okay, cool. So let's sim to the next game. I think we'll also have a player meeting. Yeah, we do. Okay, our chemistry's up at an 89. So hopefully. Okay, cool. We're getting more and more guys pretty pumped about the overall series. So let's go look at. Does it say injured players? Eberle 4 days, but what is Eberle's affliction? He's still at an 88, so I don't know. I don't know what he is. I just don't want to play him too much. And it worked last game, so I think we're going to stick with this. I think we're going to stick with that. That's, yeah. It worked last game. We're up at an 89 chemistry. Ooh, I can't say too much. It's just, you know, we know where our shortcomings are, and we know what we have to capitalize on. That's it. That's 100% it. We got to get more shots than them, and we got to keep it out of our zone. It's basic hockey. It's what hockey is. So first period, 1-1. Eberle on the third line and Couture on the second line. So that second line, even though there is now a two-way forward on it, couldn't shut down Couture. And luckily it wasn't one of their, like Mueller got like 2 goals in that one game. Like, what the heck? At least it's like a name now, you know what I mean? So not to put down Mueller. He did get 2 goals against the defending Stanley Cup champions. But I'd rather see the big guns maybe getting the goals, because it's just a defensive breakdown when a really low overall guy gets a goal against your team. I mean, it has to be. There's no way. You should be able to stop stuff like game breakers, like Crosby and Ovechkin and stuff. I can kind of understand letting them through every now and then. But, you know, I don't know what I'm even saying. I'm just trying to convince myself that we've got a couple more games to go. Come on. All right. We had a good period. We outshot them by 10 shots, and we're tied up with them right now. They have a good defense. That's their biggest asset right now. So we got to get at least 1 or 2 more and not allow any, and I think we've shut them down. So let's go. Second period. Here we go. 0-0 in the second period. So not much to say. We are out shooting them very heavily. So it's just a matter of time. We're going to break through. They've got a good defense. They're probably, if we do shoot it on net, maybe it's getting maybe there's a rebound, or maybe there's just a quick scrum in front of the net, but their 90 overalls are shutting it down, shutting the door, and getting the puck out of the zone. So let's just take the third period now. It's they go right on the power play, of course, but we stop them. We've gotten a lot of shorthanded goals, and we've lost connection to EA servers. That's nothing new. They're coming back a little bit in shots, but we have we've gotten, what, 5 or 6 shots now since. Okay, we're on the power play, and we capitalize. Brian Little on the power play, and we capitalize again on the power play with Taylor Hall, and we win game, what, 5? Was that? Yeah, that was game 5. Wow, how the tides have turned. Mrazek only lets in 1 goal. Turris has 2 assists on that third line, and Little gets a goal. Nice. All right. I'm kind of in the zone now. We're just I always have so much of a hard time talking during the playoff series, because it's so intense, and I'm just trying to figure out how we can win. I've been firing on all cylinders lately. Good work, dude, I guess. No effect though. Let's see what the AHL has to say. Nobody? Okay. I thought their chemistry would be higher, considering they had a stellar year. All right, I don't think we need to change anything. We know that Eberle is getting it done on the third line with Turris, and the second line is actually doing pretty well with I know Brian Little's last goal was on the power play, but you know, they've only let in 1 goal so far with the line changes, and it was Logan Couture in a decent shooting area, probably a one-timer, honestly. So it was right in the circle. So all right, So game 6, we have a chance to tie up the series tonight and take it to a game 7 where anything, absolutely anything can happen. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and simulate the first period. Here we go. First period. We get 1 goal. Brian Little doing it on that on that second line there with Perron and Patan. The PP and Little line. The little PP line. Oh God, I'm sorry. But it's because Perron's name starts with, his last name is P, and then Patan. You guys know. Little PP gets a goal, and we are out shooting them 12-5, almost more than double. Sorry, more than double. I can't math, but we're playing great. We are firing on all cylinders. Lindholm said it best. So second period, boom, Perron, the little PP line. Oh my God, are you guys kidding me? People are freaking. I have my window open. I'm screaming little PP. Sorry. Oh my God, this is great. Oh my gosh, I love when I get into these games and we have these cast of characters. It's starting to feel like a Johnny Superman GM. We've got a line of the future, do we? I don't know. I don't think so. I think Perron's days are numbered here in Edmonton. You guys are calling for his head, but who knows? He is doing work here on the little PP line in the first round, getting us back. The shots are tied here in these going in the third period, but we have 2 goals, they have 0, and we know if we can shut them down defensively and outscore them, we're gonna win. Because as much as they have a decent offensive team, we have way better offense and decent defense, whereas they have maybe not way better, but better defense. I'll say it, they have way better defense on some aspects. We have a better defensive, I think, and on some points, especially the second and third lines defense, top 6, top 4. I don't need to talk about this anymore. You guys understand. We've just got to shut them down. Okay, third period, we have started the simulation. Who's going to get the power play right away? Oh, it's been happening like the last 4 games. There's been a power play within the first 2 minutes. Oh, there's one. And Burns finally breaks through from the point. We got to shut it down, guys. We are tied in shots. They have, oh man, they just cannot score. We cannot let them score. We got to ice it right here. Come on, last 5 minutes, either park the bus or get a goal. Can we shut it down? We shut it down. We shut the door. We don't worry about offense. We know that we've got it defensively. Burns does break through. Perron's got the second star. Mrazek, if it was any other person, it'd have to be Mrazek as the first star. And Reimer had a good game, but he led in those 2 goals in the first 2 periods that allowed us to win. Perron with that game winner on little PP line. It's almost like I like saying that, guys. What the hell? Okay, whole team meeting. I think we just got to tell them. Game 7, we have it. What? We have it in us to come back. It's game 7. Oh, at least Clendenning's doing work. Cool. All right. So let's just look at the calendar real quick. So first 3 games were nightmares. We score 3 games in 3 games. They score 8 goals in the first 3 games. Here's 5 right here. The 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can I do this? Can I go all the way to the end and it'll go to Monday? Oh, or Sunday. Nice. So they score 8 goals in the first 3 games. We score 3. Obviously, unless they only scored 1 goal or 0 goals in 2 games and 8 goals in 1 game, like usually that's going to mean we lost 3 games in a row. But then we go on a 3-game winning streak here where they score a total of 5 goals? And we score a total of, what is that, 10? That's 10 goals. I was counting it wrong. It was like 8, 9. We score 10 goals in 3 games, and they score 5. So obviously we doubled their goals. We have the momentum going into game 7. We know we can beat this team now. Burns did break through in the last game. We know they're going to be going real hard against our defense, because they know that they have to score more against us. Because when they score less than 4, basically, I mean, and we actually get our offense going, it's not going to work. Like, even like here, 3 goals. We shouldn't have allowed 3 goals. I mean, 3 goals is like an average amount to allow. We should have allowed maybe 2 goals in this game, but we still win because we scored 5 goals against them. Then they scored 1 goal each in these games, and we just wreck them. This was a 1-goal game, but still, they were really fighting in that game. So they know what kind of team we are. We know what kind of team they are. There's no excuses now. I think the lines are working the way they are, especially with our secret weapon third line. We just got to do it. It's game 7. Anything can happen here, and I'm very hopeful for it. I'm very hopeful. So without further ado, first period, 0-0. Okay, big defensive battle. The biggest thing is they didn't allow us to score. We didn't allow them to score, and the shots are even. So we are playing an even series right now. We are playing an even game right now. These teams are absolutely neck and neck right now, but we know we have the better offense. We have a 95 overall center on the first line, a 90 overall winger, and I know that they've got some offense too, but we have the youth, the poise. We have it in us to win this series, go on to the next series, and forget about it. We took them to game 7. Let's just get it done. Forget about it. Forget about this series. Start new and be able to get the next series off to a way better start than this one. None of the prior games matter. This is the only game that matters at all. So second period. Boom! Taylor Hall on the first line gets one. I wish it told us if that was on the power play or not. It used to tell us in the old GM, and it probably tells you in Legacy. It does not tell you in NHL 16. So that's no good, but it could have been on the power play. But either way, Taylor Hall nets one for us, and we are out shooting them 23-21. Shots are very close, but we know even when shots are close and we are ahead, we have a massive chance of winning because their defense is their strong suit. And when we break through, we break through. So let's go ahead and just go on in. This could be the final period of this series. Let's hope that it is because, oh no, Vanek breaks through, but we get one back. Boyd Gordon on the fourth line. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It is 29-24 in shots, and we are absolutely killing it now. We are riding a wave that Boyd Gordon started. Hopefully, we win this game on his shot. The fourth liner, Boyd Gordon, takes us to the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs in Game 7. It was a little scary there for a minute, guys. It was a little scary. I was starting to feel a little bit of pressure that your comments were coming, saying, you did everything terrible. Why did you get Turris? Why didn't you pick up Nash? Why didn't you pick up Wisniewski? But we come through in spades in the final game and win 4 straight to bring us to a Game 7 win, not even in overtime. But I'm very surprised that the first star is on the Sharks and named Reimer and not named Boyd Gordon. Why isn't Boyd Gordon, the fourth line grinder, the 33, 34-year-old? Why is he not the first star with a game winner in a Game 7? You gotta know that the ice was going crazy because we were obviously in San Jose. But everybody on the ice was going crazy on the Edmonton Oilers bench, on the ice, and screaming Boyd Gordon. Oh, man. So, without further ado, let's see who we face in the second round. Ooh, the Dallas Stars. Okay. Well, we saw Jamie Benn, Tyler Seguin, both up there in, the top 10 for points of the NHL. So we see here that we are facing... they were 41, 29, and 12. Very similar. They had one more win than us, but basically the same record as us. I'm just going to hold this team meeting so I don't forget before next episode. Think of the big picture, blah, blah, blah. More of my guys are getting into the whole thing. So let's close out this video with some player stats here. I will also show the playoff tree, and then we will go and look at the lines for Dallas. So points here for the first round of the playoffs. Now, Little was coming through a lot. That little PP line was doing real work. And if I was a bigger YouTuber, I would totally ask for fan art. But I know I'm not that big yet. But I probably wouldn't want to ask for little PP fan art. That would be a little bit weird. But Brian Little, Perron, and Patan all had pretty good series. Patan had the assists mostly, but Perron, 3 goals. Really, really good first round. It did go to 7 games, so there's no point of game players, but really good, really good. McDavid had 3 points. And as you go down here, let's see who had 0. Day had 0, but he was even as well, so, you can't be too mad. and then Bailey had 0 as well. So, you know, it could be some weird glitch where Day doesn't want to get anything, but Bailey also didn't get anything. So, you know, they're both defenders. I'm not going to worry about it. Day's up in an 85. If anything, we can trade him for somebody who is going to work, but I want your guys' opinion on that. I want to give him maybe another year and see if he maybe it's just his shooting category, because like look at his shooting category. It's really not great accuracy wise. He's got like a bullet for a shot, but you know, 69 overall slap shot accuracy is not, you know, he's going to be taking a lot of slap shots from the point, and you know, they're probably just going off the boards and stuff like that. He may be missing the net by a very wide margin, so it's not even like you can get a set play going where he gets an assist. Maybe it's just like intercepted by the other team, or the goalie just, you know, is able to flick it over to the corner and then they get possession and get an outlet pass or something, you know. So maybe he's more of a defensive defenseman, so which, you know, I could change him to that if we want him to be that, but he's got the stats to be able to get some goals, so I'd like to see that. And I just want to look at Taylor Hall real quick. Check this out. I mean, yeah, they were goals, but he's only got 2 points and he's a -3. Definitely something we'll have to look at. Not producing the way we wanted him to, but he did produce in big games. He's the captain, so he's got a lot of responsibility on his shoulders. You know, captains are not always the best players. You know what I mean? Sometimes they are just pure leaders. And as much as Taylor Hall is probably one of the best players on the team, he's got a lot of responsibility being the old captain that we're going to see. And Boyd Gordon, our hero, our folk hero, 35 years old. He's been with this team for a few years now and absolutely has been wrecking it. Just a good player, just a good overall player. I really like him. So we'll look at the playoff tree very last, but I wanted to look at the lines real quick. We aren't actually going to play this first game, but I wanted to show you guys the lines for the Dallas Stars. That would have sucked if I said start game. I would have just maybe started another episode or something like that, because that would have been embarrassing. All right. Oh, they have Gustav Nyquist. Okay, so I'm just going to look at these lines. Last time I didn't really look at the lines of the team beforehand. I looked at them during. So that, you know, whatever. So first line is stacked. Jamie Benn, Tyler Seguin. How much is Ben making? 8.6. So he's making about as much as McDavid. Tyler Seguin's only making $5 million. Next year he'll be making a lot more with 1 year left. And then Nyquist here, making $4 million with 1 year left. So they're gonna have a very different team next year, it looks like. But that's a good first line. That's a very good first line, actually. Very good. So that's gonna be tough. We got to shut down that first line. And what's Sagan's defensive awareness for him is pretty good, and for Ben is pretty good. We've got some defensive awareness, decent defensive awareness on the first line though. Second line looks pretty good. 85s across the board. Cody Eakin's a really good player. You can never underestimate him. You know, especially in real life, he will definitely break through when you least expect it. Val Nichushkin is a great player, cool guy too, good personality. Dickinson looks pretty good too, and he is growing. Fourth line looks actually pretty good. Third line, sorry. Third line doesn't look as good as our third line, but our third line has, you know, 288s on it. It's not a normal third line, but for a traditional third line, very good third line with this 86 especially. Smith, isn't this Jamel Smith? Isn't that the guy that Johnny always signs from Dallas? I don't remember, but Brett Ritchie and McKenzie both looking pretty good. And then fourth line is really good too. Patrick Sharp all the way down at an 81, but he is 37. Still has some decent stats, especially for defensive awareness. Shooting isn't too bad. The accuracy's gone down, but yeah, damn, not bad. Even though he's a minor scoring forward, not a bad fourth liner. And then Shore is growing as well. They've got a good offensive team. Is this where they fall off? They don't really fall off defensively too much. Klinberg's pretty good offensive defenseman. Let's look at his stats real quick. Yeah, not bad. Shattenkirk, they decidedly picked up. I thought Shattenkirk had a better shot. I don't think he dropped off. He's only 30. But they have him on the left wing. They're both righties here. Russell's obviously pretty good. Demers, decent. So then it kind of falls off. So it's not as good defensively as the Sharks. So maybe we have a chance here to take some early games because of defense. And then Lettinen and Niemi, I think we got it, guys. If we can stop their big guns, let's see who's scratched. Nobody really. I mean, you know, just depth. So It's not like they had any injuries or anything like that. This is just a decent team. So cool. Now let's look at the playoff tree and see who made it to the second round and wrap up this video. All right. So for the playoff tree, we took the Sharks to 7 games, winning 4 straight and taking that series. Dallas went to 7 games as well. I don't know if they won 4 straight, but they took the Coyotes to 7 games, or the Coyotes took them to 7 games. But it was decided that the Stars went in, and it'll be Edmonton and Dallas in the for the Western Conference in the second round, and then the Avalanche and the Wild went in, and the Wild move on, and the Predators and Blues go, and wow, the Predators rout the Blues in 5 games to make it to second round, and everybody went to 7 games except that Pred Blues series. Wow, a lot of game 7. So NBC Sports Network was having a ball with ratings and everything. In the Eastern Conference, the Hurricanes made it, but they got routed by the Capitals 4-0. Got swept away, and wow, what a first round! I think I remarked on this earlier. Pittsburgh and Philadelphia 4-2. But Philadelphia takes it. Philadelphia had a great year, and they're having a great year here in the playoffs, beating their rivals in 6 games. The Canadiens face against the Bolts and end up losing in 5 games. And Toronto routs the 96 overall Johnny T, 95 overall Dick Cole to 4-0 in the first round. Toronto Maple Leafs on the Isles. So you Maple Leafs fans, I know I've got a lot in the comments all the time talking about the Maple Leafs. We might meet them in the final. You know, I think we can beat all the teams in the West that are left. So I'm not too worried about it. And I think getting to the final will be a challenge, but it's totally doable for our style of play and our team. And man, I'm kind of looking forward to a Philadelphia-Toronto Maple Leaf series, because that'll be a big bruisey series. Maybe they can get somebody injured, and we won't have to worry about some big gun that either of those teams have. But either team is going to be tough. But I know you Toronto Maple Leafs fans are going to be gunning for the Mapes to get it all the way to the final. But Edmonton is going to take it. Western Canada, baby. And, because that's where my allegiances lie at this point. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for the amount of support this channel has been getting. I know a lot of you have been remarking on the amount of growth that's been happening. I don't know what's happening, guys. I don't know how YouTube works, but it's working out. And, I'm just pumping out content every day, and you guys seem to be enjoying it. So please, if you are a new person to this channel, like and subscribe if you dig this series or any of the other series. And please, if you don't dig it, don't just leave. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know down in the comments below what you would like to see, who you would like me to acquire. Even if you just tell me what bonehead moves I do. I totally recommend going down in the comments, talking to other people, and debating down there. Not being mean to each other, just debating down there, because it's a lot of fun. Like, I was going back and forth with a few you guys a few days ago and throughout the days and everything, and it's been nothing but fun talking about hockey, talking about how your guys' teams are good and stuff like that in GM mode and things that have happened. And you guys are great. So thank you so much. We will see you next time out on the ice.